Hello, everyone. We are here today with Morgan LaRoyce, licensed cosmetologist and beauty and hair expert. Hi, Morgan. How you doing today?
Hello, I'm well. And you?
I'm good. I need you. We need some help.
Right.
I remember we kind of like broached this discussion a little bit earlier with just being in isolation for so long. And just I'm tired.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have the energy for this. Like a normal day, you're not going out, so you don't have to kind of do like all of the things that you would do when you were going out.
Right.
But I'm on like a million Zoom calls a day. So, so like I do want to like not be crazy, and I do want to turn my camera on some days. So
right, who the people you're talking to sometimes.
Yes, I was like, oh Lord. So tell us a little bit about yourself and your experience in the beauty industry.
Okay. Well, I have been a licensed cosmetologist for 14 years now. I got my license in January of 2006. I live in Los Angeles, California as well. So this is where I got my license. Before that, I did have, just general experience. I was one of those kids that always did hair, was always interested. I started off as a braider. I was the girl in college that, braided everyone's hair, did all the cornrows and, extensions for the girls and that kind of thing. So that was my start in college.
You were that girl. You were the girl in the dorm that did
right.
the hair.
My dorm was the room to go to get the hair done, right? So at least for braiding at the time, I was not doing any other pressing and all that type of stuff until after cosmetology. So I started off as a braider. But then, so decided after college, which I went to college at the University of Arizona, bear down. But after college, I decided that I wanted to pursue a career as a hairstylist. And so I moved to Los Angeles and went to cosmetology school, and then have been doing hair ever since. And then also I went to makeup school as well. And so I'm also a makeup artist, but my day-to-day job is in the salon, and then I do side work, day work, makeup and hair in other places sometimes.
Okay. Thank you. So since most of us don't have access to professional makeup artists and hairstylists right now, how do we come up with a beauty hair regime that is like doable for us right now? Because like my hair kind of can only do this. I can't really wear it down because I need like a trim like nobody's business. So it's a mess. So it just has to do this. So what kind of things can we do until we wait for everybody to open up? Georgia's opened up, but I'm not ready.
Right.
For them to open yet.
You guys are open yet. California, we're still shut down. So plenty of my clients call me all the time to ask advice and questions about this type of thing. So I think definitely for your hair, most importantly, I think even more important than like what you look like visually on your Zoom calls, which is of course important as well, is like the health of your hair. So I have definitely been encouraging my clients and otherwise to still take care of it. Like everyone for a while, it was just like, let me just stop. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to wait. But then as this has gotten longer and longer, obviously you need to do some things on your own at home without your stylist. Definitely shampooing your hair, the simple, making sure your hair, is clean. Back to old school wash day. If a lot of us are natural now, so that's something that we're but even if you're not, like if you wear a relaxer or anything else, like, or even if your hair is up in like something like braids or something like this, I still wash my hair every week. So shampooing it, conditioning it, and then making sure that it's moisturized. So having like a leave-in conditioner for sure, and then you can use oil. Another, I think, misconception that we all think is oil is not moisture. Oil actually serves, it's an amazing thing, and we definitely need it, especially with black hair, but it is a sealant. So it will seal in the moisture that you put in your hair, but an overuse of it and too much of it washing your hair, it will also block out moisture from getting in your hair, which is not a good thing over time. So I would definitely say shampooing your hair, detangling it, fingers carefully, that kind of thing, and then making sure you just have moisture in it. And then you can go into like styling. So simple, you know, I think big plaits and putting it up into a ponytail or something up in a way that you're not into. So we're talking like styles, anything that you can do at home, like twists. They might look kind of crazy, but if you like put a bunch of twists in your hair after washing it and let it dry that way, and you can put it up in like a bun or something like that, or depending on your hair texture or that type of thing. Lots of us, like when it's in the stretch it when it's in its wet state. So either like, you know, by this most simplest thing I can think of is like twists, like individual ones, because everyone can't cornrow or, you know, do all
right. Yeah.
And
no,
then
we cannot.
or like exactly. Or like in a flattened state. So if you put it back while wet and then like put your scarf on it, like, you know, that seals it down so it's, you know, flattened away. Or like band two knots or something, you know, to where you can like kind of individually put it away and like leave it there. And that's presentable for, like I said, a call, if it's around to the grocery store or whatever. As far as makeup, I think something quick, something I do, like even for this Zoom right now, I do very little. So I, you know, wash my face. Skincare again is important. I think caring for yourself more than what you look like is more important. So just washing my face, moisturizing, all that kind of stuff. But I do personally, I make sure I do my eyebrows. And that's like a little fill in and a little like concealer under. I do that. And then I use like bronzer and maybe like, you know, use a bronzer and put that on my eyelid. So nothing really intense. I don't, you know, not like a big shadow palette, just something, a natural color. It's honestly, actually, what I used today was it's actually my face powder, but it was my summertime face powder color. So it's dark. So for me right now, it's serving as like a bronzer. Like it's, you know, dark, you know. So it's just like literally my skin, what would be my skin color in the summer. But just anything, you know, a little deep in color, I just put that on my eyelid, and then mascara and lip gloss.
Okay.
That's very simple. Anybody could do that. You don't have to be a makeup artist or anything like that. I use a fluffy brush. It's for, you know, the crease or whatever. But again, like I said, my face powder, and I put that all over my lid and in the crease.
Okay.
Literally, that's it. So mascara, do my eyebrows, and like something like that. That's quick and easy, and you look presentable.
Okay, someone did have a question. We're gonna go back up. How often should we do deep conditioner? What kind of product would you recommend? Is deep conditioning by heat better than by just letting it sit?
Okay, so yeah, deep conditioning is something, I mean, it depends, but for sure, if you did it, like, depending, I guess, how often you're washing your hair. If you did that, like, obviously we're not doing a whole lot while in quarantine. You can just do it. If you wash your hair every 2 weeks, you can do it every time. If you wash your hair every week, you can even do it every week. That's fine. Or, you know, a week or two, I would say is probably a good amount of time to be deep conditioning your hair. Heat is a good way to, you know, if you have plastic cabin heat, but if you don't have that, it's okay. Most of the products today use technology, and they're designed to be able to penetrate your hair shaft and moisturize your hair without, like most of the products, if you read it on the back, it does not require heat. It can, sometimes it tells you that, you know, you can get a deeper condition if you use it. So I would say even a warm towel or something hot on top of the conditioner on your hair is good enough if you don't have a dryer at home. And if not, leaving it in there, you know, for some hours or even overnight is fine as well. And like, you should be able to get enough penetration from the product to work and do what you need it to do. In particular, like what type of deep conditioning, you want to make sure that it's moisturizing, hydrating. And it depends on your hair need. I feel like most of the time we think protein, you generally need protein in specific situations. It's when your hair is depleted of it due to like chemical processes or something like that. More than likely you won't, but you might. But if not, I think generally a moisturizing mask is the most general one that would do good for anyone.
I'm a little afraid of protein because I heard that it could, if you like don't use it correctly, it could like break your hair or.
So, okay, so yeah, there's some truth to that. Like, and traditionally, again, that's a big felt belief that we all know and believe. But again, because of technology, most protein treatments on the market today will not break your hair.
Okay.
They used to be used from an animal protein that, long time ago back in the day, the way that it was formulated. And it could very well break your hair. It makes it very strong and can be brittle. I would not say that it cannot at all, but it's not such a great fear anymore because of technology. Most products and the way that they're manufacturing them today are made so that they do not break your hair. And then following up with moisture, this is always safe. Again. So you don't have to be afraid of protein, but just don't overuse it. Again, it's generally safe over the counter.
Okay. Awesome. So we had another question, kind of jumping around a little bit. You mentioned makeup. Someone asked, which makeup brands would you recommend for Black women specifically?
Oh, wow. Man, there's so many makeup brands.
Tell us all about them. No.
Right. So, man, okay, well, that's really difficult. Like I have like my foundation for my kit that I use for people is actually a professional line that I bought at the makeup show. And I don't even know, and they're actually from overseas. That's what I use generally, but also for myself personally, I have NARS foundation that I absolutely love. They do have a good range of colors for darker skincare.
You said NARS?
NARS? I'm sorry, say it again?
You said NARS?
Yes.
Okay.
And then too, like, again, now there's so many companies that are now stretching their foundation lines to cover us. Finally, like you can really find like colors anywhere. So of course, I think Smash is a huge one that everyone, you can get to your Sephora. You can get like the high-end ones. If you're talking like drugstore, that's also important. Mizani has colors, Maybelline, even just your general like Maybelline, like in your stores now or online even. You can find colors that match your skin with various undertones. And so, the product range is just getting bigger and bigger, like to even choose, but you have lots of choices.
Okay, so we have some things about, hold on a second, there's some more questions. I'm trying to scroll back. Where can I get products from? I know you mentioned like drugstores. Like, I know as a professional, you get your products at different places. Where can we find some good products? And I just spent $50 on natural hair, just products like the other day because I'm like out of everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was a lot of like internet, like searching, going to Facebook natural hair groups, trying to get recommendations. Like, what are those? I'm a big like Target Black hair care aisle shopper, or I'm not going to beauty supplies right now, so that's kind of like trying to order from so where can you find things?
Right. So agreed. Like the internet is vast and there's so much there. I agree with you. There's a lot of just searching and figuring out and looking at reviews. I do a lot of that myself. But I would say for sure, once you have a recommendation or something you want to try, I like to buy directly from the company or from the manufacturer, not the manufacturer, but the company itself. If they have their own website. I know Amazon is a place where we all go. I'm definitely an Amazon Prime shopper myself, but I am leery about products that are for your hair, skin, and like vitamins and things you take, because Amazon is a place where there are a lot of companies that knock off on Amazon. So again, I wouldn't say that you cannot buy on Amazon, but most of the times, if Amazon is a distributor of the company, they will say so on their own website. So that's a way that I look at, like maybe if I'm looking at a hair product or something specific, that I buy it from Amazon if I see on the website that Amazon is a distributor of the product. Otherwise, I've definitely seen myself where there's different ingredients when you get them, from like the one I bought at the beauty supply to the one that I got on Amazon, or it's happened to a client of mine before. And so I would just kind of warn against that, even though we do buy on Amazon, especially like if you just see like the price is way too good compared to like maybe what it is from the manufacturer. That's sometimes a clear sign. I know we want to save money, but it's not the best thing to do. So first I would say from either directly from the company's website, or like you said, Target. I'm a fan too of Target's like natural hair care line. Like we're all still going to Target. That's still open. You still buy your groceries. You get things. That's definitely a good place. The Miele line. There's so many lines in Target.
I've seen that a lot.
They have really great products. Like, so I definitely would say there is definitely good and safe if you're not going to like your traditional beauty supply. And then, like I said, just ordering directly from the company. As far as makeup lines, there's so many online that you can get like for inexpensive, a billion ColourPop NYX NYX that that company that's it's in like a Target or a drugstore, but you can also buy their stuff online. Sigma Beauty, there's just so many like that way. So I think definitely if you shopping online is what we're all doing right now. It's a great way to go. And then like I said, like you said, your Target is good too.
Okay, so someone says you're mentioning moisture a lot. Again, like product recommendation, what moisturizing products are best for Black hair?
Okay, so for sure, I would say like a leave-in. I like when I'm doing hair in the salon and it's like a press or something like that, like not leaving like in your natural state. I would say that I like to use a liquid leave-in. So, not necessarily a cream or anything, because, when you put the heat in it, like smoking and like leaving any kind of coating on there is not necessarily what you want to do. So liquid leave-ins that I like in particular, again, I guess it's hard just because I buy most of my things from the professional beauty supply that you do not have access to. So, but you could still, I'm not sure, like usually you would need to buy that from your salon or from your hairstylist. Sometimes the company directly will sell it to you as well. But I like the liquid leave-in from Pravana. I use this blue one that I get from them. I also use, you know what? And actually, even like, I'm just thinking about basic beauty supply. There is one that one of my coworkers actually introduced to me that I use as well. Sometimes she uses it all the time. And it's just from not Cream of Nature. What's the other one that we're all using?
Shea Moisture.
Not Shea Moisture. Maybe
Carol Starter, Miss Jessie.
It might be Cream of Nature. Honestly, it looks milky and it's liquid and it's a spray bottle and that's a leave-in. So like a liquid leave-in for that. If you're wearing your hair natural in its natural state, either wash and go or like you twist it out or do whatever, then I like to use like a cream leave-in. Something like thicker. It has more coating and like can like move through your whole style and like moisturize your whole hair. You can start with a liquid one and then also put the cream on top of that.
Good, because that's kind of what I
yes,
do.
absolutely, that's a great one. So, Design Essentials, that's definitely something I use as a professional product, but like a lot of people have access to. You can buy directly from them as well. Amazing product line that's really good. That has liquid leave-in, has moisturizing like creams, all of that.
Okay. Someone asked, what can you do for thinning hair?
So are you, okay, I guess like they mean like to stop thinning, I'm assuming they mean, or like to kind of.
So you could do like to kind of stop it, or either how you can style your hair if it's thinning.
Right. Well, if your hair is thinning, causation is a lot of the question. There's so many reasons that your hair could be thinning, from something as like regular, unfortunately, as like stress, to medication, to all that kind of stuff. Topically, how I, treat people that have thinning hair, how I recommend you treat is like stimulating your scalp. So using like shampoos, conditioners that have like, that are made specifically for thinning hair. They help to like stimulate your follicles. That's all definitely they're going to advertise that because that is a concern that a lot of people have. So definitely starting with just those kind of products, but and then stuff that isn't going to be too slick or make your hair separate too much, or so that you like stick together so you see it too much. You want kind of like lifting, products that are kind of made for like thickening the hair strand. If you have thin hair for styling, I personally have thin hair, so this is definitely like a personal, I guess, journey. So when it comes to styling, when it's like my natural wash and go or whatever, I actually do like my curl pattern. Like I figured out product that works, but I'm not just such a fan. I just feel like it looks too little because it's so thin, right? So definitely I like to wear my hair up or back a lot, like, kind of sleek styles, and kind of like I'll either put like a former in my bun or just like spread it apart, like use air. You know how you like pull apart a braid or something to make it bigger? You want it to appear larger than it is. Yeah. So styling.
So we do have another question. I am struggling to do my daughter's hair. What is the easiest way to style her hair if I am not a good braider?
I definitely understand like having your kids at home and doing hair for younger people. So for sure, you want something that's going to stay in there for a little bit. I would say, and divide and conquer. I think anything when it comes to doing your own hair or doing like your daughter's hair or our hair, if you make sure you work in sections, that is going to save your life. Like it will from everything. If you're needing to detangle into styling or anything like that. Honestly, with little kids, old school like ponytails, several, little areas of your hair in a way is a good style. And also it's good on your hair. So you're not tackling too much at once and like tearing it out because it's just way too much. You're sectioning. And then also that's something that can last longer. So, if you're not good at braiding, it could just be ponytails. You don't want to be like too tight, but, put it in there and then like twist the ponytail down. That's definitely an easy standard one for little kids. But again, if you can't corner or whatever individual situations, like a few of that is always good for, I think, young kids.
Okay, awesome. And we had like I think one more. I was like, there are a lot of like makeup influencers on IG. Is there anyone that you follow or that you watch?
Oh yeah, lots of people that I follow and watch actually. So I would say for sure my YouTube makeup influencer that I watch all the time is Jackie Aina. She's funny, hilarious, but also just a Black woman that advocates for us all the time when it comes to makeup. Everything that she shows you is going to work for Black skin and like all the various things. So I follow her and watch her all the time. A skincare person that I follow on Instagram and YouTube too, that I actually discovered fairly, probably either the end of last year is LA Beautyologist. She is from Los Angeles and is a esthetician and skincare expert, and she's amazing. She's coined the 60-second washing your face for 60 seconds. And once I started doing that, like it is something so simple, but it gives your products, like these, tons of products you use or whatever these face washes and all things that they're supposed to do, gives them time to actually work. Just using your fingers. You don't need like a fancy brush or anything special. Washing your face for 60 seconds. Super basic, but yes, she's awesome. Great skincare help there. Those two honestly are who I follow the most. I also like a makeup person on Instagram that I really like is Dress Your Face. Her name is Tamana, and she is half Indian, half Pakistani, I think. But beautiful work, and she has such a great spirit and heart. Like she's super giving. She answers you on Instagram all the time. Has so many followers and still finds the time to do this and shares everything. And she's a really great artist. And so I've taken classes from her even and follow her. And I love that for makeup.
Awesome. So just going to stop for a second and just remind people that we do have our gift card raffle again. And in order to enter, you just have to do two things. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow Morgan on IG. Her handle, Morgan Hair. It just scrolled by me.
Morgan
I'm sorry.
_ hair.
Yes, it's scrolling not right now. Yes. Morgan LaRoyce _ hair. That's it. That's all you have to do to enter today's raffle. So again, thank you to Arnold Martin of Silverton Mortgage for sponsoring our gift cards. All of our sessions. So when I told a friend that we were going to do this, the one thing that she asked was, I see people like wrapping their hair with scarves, and I really want to know how to do that. Do you have time to kind of show us that?
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, so I did prepare for that. So that is also a great thing. Like if you have your hair and we're like natural and you wash it and you did like 2 strand twists and that looks kind of crazy and you can't get it in your bun or whatever, like a head wrap is perfect for you to be able to go outside, go to the store, get on your Zoom call or whatever. I even use them myself before I put these braids in my hair. I had to do that a couple times to get on a Zoom. And so, I wanted to show you guys how to do that with something besides a scarf. Because while I do have my scarf at home that I tie my hair up with at night, I don't necessarily have a scarf like that maybe matched my outfit or that like I felt looked like something I want to wear outside, because I feel like my scarf that I wear at night looks like a scarf I need to wear at night and it should not go outside the house. So I wrap my hair with clothing. Something I honestly discovered like years ago when I was in college. You know, I wore my hair in braids like this, like pretty much all through college. And like if I was in between braiding it or I took it down to do whatever, like I had to like go out with it. And that was like the time of like neo soul. And so we had Music Soul Child. Yes. I would call it music wrap and use like a t-shirt and wrap it around my head and then have that little like kind of bun in the back, right? So from that to now, I have had several occasions where I had to use something else because I don't have a scarf to wrap my hair with. And so what I'm going to show y'all here. Okay. What I'm going to show y'all here today is wrapping my hair with a pair of actual pants, like stretchy pants. So I have also, you know, in quarantine, we're all doing all kinds of stuff. I've cleaned the closet out. There's a lot of clothes that I have like in bags to give away that are still sitting in my living room because I don't have anywhere to take them right now. And I don't want to just throw them in the trash. So I just grabbed something out of there. I've used a dress before, like, you know, just like black or a certain pattern or, you know, whatever. And so I had last week or a couple weeks ago when I was on a Zoom call, like I said, and I hadn't braided my hair yet. And so I used these pants right here to wrap my hair. So I would say you can grab anything. If it is made out of cotton, though, I would say that I would like you to put like your scarf underneath it. Wrapping your hair every night, I didn't necessarily go over this, is very important. I'm also an advocate of keeping your hair wrapped. If you're going to be in the house, you're not going outside, you're not doing anything. I'm the type to tell my client, like, as soon as you get in the house and you're done, wrap your hair and have it wrapped up. That way you're not laying around on the couch, falling asleep, doing something on accident without your hair wrapped. It's wrapped immediately and you just keep it on. So I spend a lot of time with my hair just wrapped in my regular scarf. So that's just going to save your edges and just your hair in general. And you want your scarf to be silk or satin and not cotton. So not necessarily a bandana. Cotton absorbs. So it'll absorb the moisture from your hair and you don't want to do that. So you want your scarf or bonnet to be silk or satin. So that's kind of a sidebar. But so if your thing that you're wrapping your hair with is made out of cotton or something, then just put your scarf on underneath it. So one good way that I do it is I just take the middle, like, I mean, this is the waist part, and I put it just around my head this way. And then I just treat this like I would a bun. So I'm twisting it this way, and then I'm going to make a knot while twisting it. I usually use a hair tie to go around this part so that I can make sure that it doesn't like come apart. So here's like just this traditional like hair tie. And I just slide it underneath so that you can't see it. And that also another thing that keeps your hair looking really polished is doing your edges. So if anything else fails, all this covers, if you put a little gel or edge control and use that little brush and get your edges, you just look very polished all the time. So I am someone who, this looks, I think, great, but I need my ears out. I'm the type of person that where it'll start hurting if I leave them in. So I usually pull my ears out and then I just make sure that this isn't too low so that it's like making them stick out. So then I'll like adjust the part right behind my ear. And then that's my head wrap with some clothes and nobody is the wiser. It looks good, polished, and just right there. Obviously, if you have a scarf, tying your hair up with a scarf, there's so many beautiful ways to tie your hair up, especially if you like Google it or YouTube it. Like a lot of cultures use the various head wraps, so you can learn all kinds of ways, like all kinds of ways to do like a real scarf, or if you have like a big piece of material that you can use to wrap your hair with. I definitely would say like Google that and follow them. But this is my like easy at home. I don't have a scarf and I have a pair of pants to put on my head.
Okay, that was amazing. I would never have thought that was a pair of pants. Yeah. I know back in the day, I did that a lot. I would use a shirt.
Right, a t-shirt.
I would use like a yard of just fabric. Like I would just buy like a bunch of fabric and just. Yeah, so, but that looks so good. So I know that she will be happy about that. Yes. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Do we have any more questions? There seems to be like a little glitch with YouTube, but let me see. What else do we have? So yeah, do you have any other just like tips for us that you can share?
I think, like I said before, just definitely like making sure that you wrap your hair. And then I think it's like a hack to just keep it wrapped if you're in the house and, you know, not going out. Although like my sister is not in agreement. Like she feels like if you come out the bedroom, she's married though, you know, with her kids. And that's just like how she lives her life. She's like, I come out the bedroom, I can't have my scarf on my head. That's just not something she's going to do. I'm quite the opposite. And I will wear that in the house with all of y'all all day long, as I'm not out outside. So just be wary of taking care of your strands, covering them. It's perfect to, you know, while you're leaving them alone, to have them like protected and wrapped, I would say. It just helps to maintain your styles as well as, you know, keep, just like I said, keep your hair protected, not rubbing against things, not giving them opportunities to break or anything like that. And then, yeah, I would say too, if there's any other questions, like if that I don't discuss when you leave here, you can definitely DM me on my Instagram. And yes, is there anything else anyone else asked?
Okay, someone just put something else.
Okay.
Let me see. Oh, she okay. Oh, well, do you get like a comment? You are beautiful, Morgan. So.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. That's sweet.
Very sweet. So that's what I tell you. When you like logged in, I was like, look at you all fresh faced and like, okay, all right.
Second watch rule, LA beautyologist. I'm telling you, she's amazing.
Oh gosh, that is okay. Awesome. So someone said, how do you keep your makeup fresh between like these virtual meetings? Because I know me, like I haven't worn makeup to any of these meetings since like the first or second week. So that like stopped pretty quickly. And you know, Zoom has that like little filter. So I'm like, we just doing the filter today.
Filters.
Yeah, it has a filter, like it kind of like spruces up your appearance.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, that's what we're doing. I'm not putting on any makeup.
Okay, I'm gonna need to check that out.
Yeah, it's not on every device. You have to check your operating system, because I know some friends who are mad that they can't get it on their like device or whatever. But yes, they have a like you know, spruce up my appearance like thing on Zoom. So I was like, yep, no makeup today. I'm just gonna do that. So I do have a someone said, like, how do you keep your makeup fresh between, like, yeah, I have like 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. How do you keep yourself like fresh in between all of these these meetings?
Right. Like I said, like if you're wearing minimal weight makeup, I think it's just about your skincare. But even if you have a full face of makeup, I would say blotting, like blot sheets, if you can get those, that's good to like kind of get like the oil, because most of the time it's just like kind of an oil buildup, like over the day, you're hot, you're doing whatever. And if not, then even just like paper towel, or a trick that my friend in college taught me that I use to this day, which I still don't quite understand how it works. If you use the back of your hand, like in these areas, for whatever reason, it collects on the back of your hand and it's like shiny there. You see how it's like super shiny? I don't know if you can tell the difference. Like that's without it. And then if I do this, like for whatever reason on the back, it like collects the oil. See, it's all like there. Not your fingers, nothing else, but the back works. I do that, or a spritz, like a moisture spritz. Yeah, Mario Badescu is a great one that everyone knows. Well, I don't know if everyone knows, but it's definitely one known and like.
Yeah, is that the one that's kind of like white, but it has like the little green or pink or something?
Yeah, it's yes. There's a green one. There's like that's a cucumber. There's a lavender one. You know, I'm just naming one, but like any of those facial mist sprays, like refresher situations work well to like refresh your face throughout the day. For the most part, you know, when you put on your makeup, you do it for the day. You shouldn't really have to redo like actual makeup. I'm not really like a big fan of putting more on unless it like is melting or dissipating, but more than likely just kind of, like I said, getting the oil off, blot sheets, and then refreshing your face is like all you really need to do. It's probably more lip gloss.
More lip gloss, more, little blotting.
Right.
Well, awesome. So, so things in Georgia are a little different right now than California. You guys are still kind of shut down, but what are your thoughts about just kind of the safety precautions, kind of moving forward? Because we are all looking forward to the day when we can go back to the salon.
Right.
For real, without this. Yeah.
It is so much going on right now. Not even just going on right now. I feel like that things are going to be changed permanently. I don't know if we'll ever be back to exactly what we were before. And I'm fine with going with the change. We all got to be open to it. So now I think it's very much not just only on our brains, but also the law to just be overly and extra careful and cautious and clean. So I think one of the positives from it is that there's already been standards in the beauty industry, in salons and as makeup artists, that you like safety and sanitation are at the top of like the priority for like your state boards, et cetera. Like that's what you're going to get in trouble for, if they come into your salon, is that safety and sanitation. So I think that now it's just heightened. So there's a lot that we already know as hairstylists of what we're supposed to do, but this is also going to put it to where we are for sure doing it and making sure we're doing it, and then like between every single person. So I think that what everyone will be looking, I guess, forward to, and by that I mean like preparing to go into as like a client coming into like a salon or stylist, is just be prepared for lots of sanitation, lots of individual time. I think one of the, I guess, maybe pros for some people is that like you are going to see your stylist basically one-on-one. There won't be the waiting in the salon that they're used to, because guess what? People won't be waiting.
That was never when I saw you. You were always very good about spacing people out,
right?
But most of us who, just live in our lives as Black women, like that is a rite of passage. So yeah, everyone is very happy about that change.
That's already kind of been my way, just because I'm just very conscious of someone else's time. I don't like people waiting all day. And then I also enjoy my time with my person. So for the most part, there might be somebody getting shampoo while you're on the drive, but you're not going to be waiting a long time with me in general. But again, that's going to be everybody. So I guess that's, a yay for, you as a client. Yes. And then, like I said, just getting kind of the individual time of your stylist. There's just not going to, and then one of the, I think, cons about that is something that I really loved about the salon is I love the atmosphere and being with my stylist and then their clients and my clients in the feel of that. I was not a salon suite person. As we've moved kind of towards that, a lot of people have their individual salon suites and their own thing. Like I've definitely fought that and have not gone into a salon suite myself, because I enjoy my fellow stylists and their clients. Like I like seeing other people. I like learning from you. I like the energy. I like all of that. And so that's something that will definitely change and will be missed. You will have to wait outside or wait in your car until it's time for you to come in. It's just you coming in. You can't bring people with you. Like there's just going to be a lot of change in as far as that goes. But we will be very clean and quite cautious. So
that part does make me sad, because that's so much like a big part of like our culture, like being in the salon on a Saturday or whatever time you go, like
the salon, the barbershop,
the barbershops, like that's such a big part of our culture. Like I haven't been to your new salon, but your old salon, like it was just like positive vibes, like it was like a good atmosphere. So so that part. So there are gonna be some pros and cons with that.
Right. That part. I know.
Yeah. So thank you, Morgan.
Yes, you're so welcome.
Morgan is one of my favorite people. Always good energy, always good times. Again, enter the raffle, subscribe to our YouTube, and subscribe to Morgan's IG, and we'll be reaching back out to the lucky winner. Again, make sure to follow Morgan, see like the styles that she's doing, what she's up to. Morgan LaRoyce _hair on IG. Again, thank you for taking the time to speak to our folks. And again, if you want to get in contact with Morgan, the info's right there. So thanks, Morgan.
You're welcome.
Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Take care of yourself.
All righty. Bye.